right, so welcome everyone. It is Monday morning, February 3rd, 2025, and it feels like a whole year has gone by this last month because so much has happened. And I don't watch the news, but it seems like I keep becoming aware of more and more things that are occurring and how fast and how much. And even for this call, a lot of times I'll take some notes. I'll check out the astrology and I'll write down the planets and what the alignments are and what the astrologers are saying and try to do a little bit of an overview for this. But it's just so much, and I'm not an astrologer, and I can't remember shit half the time. And that was one of the things that, as a man, I was forced to embrace the feminine energy within. Was that when I was younger, I was such a perfectionist, and I have a strong intellect, but my memory's not that great, so I couldn't memorize speeches and information that well. And I had to learn to just show up and calm myself down and let myself actually feel what's all around me in the group or in the environment, or ultimately the divine, like what wants to come through, what would be the words that want to come out that match this energy. Like as I calm myself down, I knew what to say. Otherwise, with anxiety, what happens is our mind gets going so fast that we can't think clearly. We're not even seeing clearly. I remember walking in a room in my late teens, early 20s, and I had so much what they call social anxiety that it was like tunnel vision. And my friend would be waving to me, or the people were like right there, or the thing I was looking for, or where I was going, and I couldn't see it because I was so like tunnel vision. And that's that fight, flight, or freeze response where everything kind of comes in because we're getting ready to like run, and the body gets tight and the breath changes. And so for me personally, I had to learn how to tune into all that to and not judge it. And that's the biggest thing, and why I'm even bringing all this up is a lot of us are just so harsh and hard on ourselves. And you can tell that because you get irritated when someone watches you, because it's like being under a microscope and you're just waiting for the criticism. And it doesn't feel great either because you can feel their energy sometimes. You become more hyper aware of it all. And I was just reminded of that recently. And um, I feel like that's really what's happening on the planet too, is there's just so much information. There's so much being revealed. And the planets, there's a lot of the energy is Piscean with like Neptune and 12th house energy. And it's going to bring up like all this unconscious, subconscious things and issues and childhood experiences and really a discomfort. So in astrology, the 12th house is kind of the murky depths, the things we don't really see. And a friend of mine, we were talking about like swimming in the open ocean and like how spooky that is because you don't see the bottom and it's dark, and the mind can fill all kinds of visions and things that can emerge from that darkness. And that's the challenge of channeling, of connecting, is is this actually a legitimate thing, or is this something from my own imagination or from the energy field or something being offered from someone else? And I think that's important. And I don't think a lot of people realize this, that are very psychic and they're seeing visions of the future and they come true, that they get fixated on this is what's going to happen, when there's all these potentials and possibilities, and to always be open to that, letting go of thinking we know anything. And that's what many of the masters have told us. Like, he who speaks knows nothing, and what is it? He who speaks doesn't know, and he who doesn't speak knows, or something like that. So thank you all for being here. I'm just going to tune in and see what comes through collectively for the energy. Like I spoke a little of what I was noticing. Now I want to see what comes through vibrationally, and then we'll get into the meditation. I'm going to pull some cards too for that. But first, let me just tune into the field. So if you guys could help me with that, everyone that's on the live call, thank you so much for being here. Let's take this moment to pause, to close the eyes, to notice. As soon as the eyes close, what you notice first. For me, I feel an energy, I feel a buzzing. In the past, I'd be like, oh, that's anxiety. But is it? Maybe I'm excited. maybe there's something coming up. Maybe there's something about to be revealed. So whatever you sense or feel, just be curious about it. And find your breath. Notice how you're breathing. Like walking up to a dance partner, making that connection, and starting to glide, starting to move with that breath, expanding it slightly. Don't push your dance partner across the floor. Just be like, oh, okay, this is where we're going. Oh, that's too far. Okay, back down. So the goal isn't to totally blast everything open, just to dance, to connect, to feel your partner, to feel your breath, and to feel your feet. Make sure you're not dancing, stepping on them. Make sure the feet are rooted and grounded, feeling your feet connected to the earth. And let go with So what I'm being shown right now is the earth, and it's almost like something's being poured over it, and it feels, and it's not even like waves, it's like a watery type energy. Let me just tune in what that is a little deeper. It's like a specific frequency or energy that's coming in. It's coming from a certain direction. It's like a funnel that comes down over, and it's like being poured in and around and enveloping it. And it feels like a soothing, like when something's hot or when something's like when you burn a finger and you put it under the water and just let the water run. And it's like it's soothing more than trying to heal anything, just like this like soothing energy that's coming in. And I get the word Arcturus comes in, like there's the energy. Maybe I'm just glimpsing what's been happening for a long time, but I feel that Arcturian energy like just kind of coming in, pouring over us. And Arcturians are a higher dimensional being. Some say they're not even physical, where and then they've never been physical. But there's an energy and a presence, and this could be felt like angels or guides. But these are very evolved beings that have been helping us for a long time. And I just feel that energy coming in. Let me just in if there's any message or anything coming with that. It's here like peace, you are loved, you're cared for. And I also get the earth is not your home, but you are here now. And that may be for someone in particular and maybe a collective thing. Just tune in what else is coming. I'm getting that you have transformed and uplifted the planet. Like by being here, it's shifted the genetics in a way, like where there's a stagnancy or there's like still water, where there's no movement, and then something comes in. And this be like a comet or a rock or something happens and it allows the ripples to happen. It allows some movement. And it creates a chain reaction. And it is even anything other than just the action of coming to that space. And so what I'm getting, and this is tied into what I was saying in the beginning, is how we put so much pressure on ourselves to like get out there and convince people and to find our purpose and to accomplish and do this thing. But what I'm getting, and especially now, the old paradigm where we were before, there was so much more effort needed to be exerted, especially by the intellect. But now it's just like, can you just be where you are and enjoy it and love it and express that joy and what you have and what's around you? And that's what's going to transform everything. It's not so much a doing anymore. It's a being, feeling, loving energy. And this is something the masters have said already as well. And this is what it brings up for me is like I studied gypsy magic. Like my teacher was taught from that lineage, and I didn't really get too into it, but I appreciated the ritual and the symbolism and the elements and all the things that go together with it. And I didn't go super deep into it. I don't know a whole lot about that, so that's not anything I tried to appropriate. It was just like she mixed and matched too, but she had a person that helped her with it. And at a certain point, I realized like, oh, like I'm just cultivating the energy as I go and I collect these items to do the ritual, as I make the sacrifice of like donating something I really love to charity, and donating a sum of money to charity to show my intention and my like reverence and importance for what I was going to do. And I set out the time, and I, bathed and all that. You do this whole elaborate thing, and then you do the ritual, and then you get a vision and a dream or something happens. But the whole time I was collecting these items and doing all these things, there was an energy and a field and an excitement. I was like exuberant. I was like, this is great. This is so mystical and magical. And like, I've always wanted to do this. And there's this other part, like teachers like, don't use any, predator totems, and don't do this, because the energy I was working with was more intense and angry. And I was trying to cultivate more love and peace. And I was given a vision from that. And ultimately, that's what I feel for all of us now, is there's energies coming into the planet. We don't even need like the same level of protection and container. Like we are the container, the energy's coming in. You don't have to collect the items. It's just a matter of allowing the receiving of like that Arcturian energy, of the Syrian energy, of these other galactic races that are here now to support and love and cherish us as they always have. But it's so much more potent and powerful now. So that's what I got for that. I'm gonna pull a couple of cards and see what else comes through. If anything comes up for you guys, you can just throw it in the comments. Anything resonated, or anything specifically you want me to pull some cards on. I'm gonna do the flow a little differently this time. Just have some fun with it. I'll pull 3 cards first to see what's going on for the collective. Really, my favorite question is asked, what is it we need to know? It's important for us to know. We pull one from the bottom, middle, and the top. Yeah, so I'm getting first card of the 8 of Wands reversed. This is the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, which I like because it has this rich symbolism. And this is often a card of like things coming at us quickly, messages, information, energy. It's the wand, so it's like fiery, passionate. But I always see this as, and what came to me is like communication. And it feels like a lot of communication, and a lot of it is like bullshit, basically, is what I'm getting. Is there's going to be a lot of things coming at you, and it's really a time for discernment, that you can't really believe anything outside of you. Like you have to trust inside. Even if things have been a certain way in the past, and you think you see and know what that thing is in front of you, or that situation, it's going to really require like letting go of that intellectual concept and embracing the expansiveness. Like with all this Arcturian energy coming in, everything can transform. This is something Bashar says. Daryl Anka channels Bashar, and saying that we are masters of limitation. And throughout the universe, there is abundance, peace, love, prosperity, joy. And we're like an enigma. We're like baffling to the, the vast majority of the cosmos. There's other stuff too that's darker and intense or whatever, but that's not where we are at. We're surrounded by a sea of like beauty and upliftment and peace. And it's our own programming that's done that. And that's what I meant about the stone that comes in and sends the ripples through the pond, is like those of us that incarnated here, the Starseeds, and we all come from the stars essentially, but those that came in, we remembered a little bit more, and we felt like weirdos and disconnected. But as we embraced that, as we embraced our weirdo, and we're starting to express and be and enjoy ourselves, just naturally doing that, it starts to change and transform everything, and it uplifts the whole planet. So with that energy, it's, if we can let go of what we think we know, the whole world changes. Like we'll see other perceptions, other levels of reality. And this is why I work with everyone with the breath and the guided meditation. Before we even do breath work, it's like tuning into the heart, going within, getting everything prepped so that if any kind of trauma reaction or emotion comes up, it's like, oh yeah, I got this because I am in the place of the infinite witnessing. And that's the next card was the Queen of Wands. And this is a beautiful card because it's, again, the wands, it's the passion, it's the heart, it's that fire, it's, with the sunflower, it's the connection to the solar. And there's the black cat in there too that represents the connection with magic and with the mystery and with the understandings of the nature of reality. And what science is glimpsing now is why these people and these witches and did everything they did, because they knew the secrets of the universe and how to work with nature and with the cosmic forces. And there was an active agenda to disconnect us from that. So because people like this you can't control, they know their power and their strength, and they also have reverence for nature and for the beauty all around them, hence the flower. And the cat would come. Like if that was an intense angry person, that cat would not be sitting there by her feet. So that's what I'm getting to is with this first card, with all those wands, all that information reversed, yet she knows, and this could be a man or a woman, but it feels like the feminine energy knows deep inside what is right and what is right for that person, that being. And then interestingly enough, the next one is the Knight of Wands reversed. And again, the wands, so all fire, it's all fire, which makes sense why I saw like that Arcturian watery, like putting the finger under the water as because it's burnt. And I'm actually going to be doing some work with the elemental forces with fire and water and some newer type events where we're working with that fire that's really transmuting and burning away the dross and everything that no longer serves us. And it's painful and it hurts, and it hurts right in the heart. And that's the point, and it's because it forces us to go within and let go of these external things. So with the Knight of Wands, I'm feeling that like upright. It's like we're passionate, we're purposeful, we're charging forward with something. We know what we want to do and we're going to do it. The reversed, it's more like, oh God, that was everything I wanted, or oh, I almost had it, or I lost everything, and it sucks and it hurts. And it's pause for a reflection, and then that's where the water and the emotion comes in, as we feel emotionally what that brings up that we've already been carrying. We think it's the event that triggered the pain, but the pain was always there. The event helps us connect to it, feel it, and work with it, and love, at least accept it first, and then learn to like love what's there. And it's like this childlike part that's hurt, and this thing brought it up, and then it's the opportunity to work with that, to liberate it, and then we're back on track, and we're moving forward, and we're doing what we want to do in the world, and we notice a whole new reality. Then all of a sudden another thing pops up like that. It's like, oh, there's another layer. And to never judge it, because that is the human journey. When this is done, you're gone. Do you really want to leave already? I mean, some of us do, but like it gets funner and funner. And you see it in the movies. Like I love the second Matrix, in the Matrix trilogy, or I think it's 4 now. But the second one was my favorite because he's in his element. Like he's not really, the Matrix is still fake, but he's able to fly. He's able to take on like 100 agents when he ran from one before. He just has like more presence and more ability to navigate it all, and it becomes more fun. And same with like Dune 2. I watch a lot of movies, not as much as I used to, but Dune 2 is like he comes into his power and he knows, like, I don't care if it pisses you off or upsets you. I know, and you can follow me if you want or not. And that can get into the more masculine energy, but that has to be tempered with the feminine. That's what we're working with right now, because masculine plows ahead, charges ahead, but the feminine lets us know when to pivot, when to stop, when to not step on the cat that's right in front of us, because that's what happened before, is lots of masculine, too much solar energy. So Amanda said, it feels like we're being called home. Yeah, we are home. Like we're bringing home here. Like, I love that. Yeah, I love that you said that too, because I called home to that feeling of home, and then we embody it here, and then that's what's helping everyone, is what I'm getting. Like that energy that we're bringing of home, knowing we are that space. Like this is someone that you go to their house, it's going to be very comfortable. because they're comfortable in their own skin and it reflects in their environment. So yeah, absolutely. Uh, and also to bring back aloha to where we were born. Also to bring aloha, oh, also to bring aloha back to where we were born. Yeah, it's like I'm on mushrooms when I get into this state, so it's hard to read. Yeah, yeah, that word is so powerful. So thank you. I'm going to get into the meditation, and then at the end we'll do. I'll turn off the recording and we'll do a Q&A and do some sharing and see what comes up for you guys. So I invite you to find a comfortable space. If you want to lay down, if you want to stay seated, if you want to turn off your video, whatever is most comfortable for you. And it'll be about 15 minutes, supposedly. I don't know. I don't know where we're going. We'll check it out. We'll tune into the breath. We'll tune into the divine and see what happens. So I'm feeling you guys already doing that. It's beautiful. I love working with you guys. You're already there. It's beautiful. So as you close your eyes, maybe you found that smile like I did. That's the other thing, as we find the breath and find the heart, we can find that smile too. Sometimes we laugh when things are painful. Sometimes we laugh when we're like, oh my God, really? The comedy of it. And often, if we were able to hear more clearly, and maybe you hear your guides laughing at you, how serious we take this. So, with that knowing, with that suggestion, allow yourself to connect with your breath, feeling your feet, and then just let go with that ha. Find that belly breath. So, focusing on the belly. Noticing any sounds around you. Relaxing the jaw. Any movements you want to make as you become aware of the physical body in this moment, as everything starts to slow down and you go within. Things are revealed, like coming home after a long vacation, like, oh, yeah, I got to clean that, or oh, I'm going to air this room out. Just notice with that breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Relaxing any tension in the brain, how you can unfurl that brow, how you can relax the ears, the jaw, muscles around the eyes. And bring the focus to the heart. As you breathe in, focus on the physical heart, drawing the energy even more down, away from the crown, away from up above us, just coming, sinking down into that heart. Feeling your feet always rooted and connected. That breath, always breathing. No matter how far you go, the breath is always there. Feeling a journey to, it's a pyramid. I don't know if it's an Egyptian pyramid. I see this beautiful, brilliant white pyramid. Just notice what's around this pyramid. You can visualize that. If you can feel that. This may be on Earth. This may be a distant planet. See that white pyramid. Representing like a temple, a placeholder, a memory keeper. A place to work with energy for initiations, communications. And each pyramid is different. Each serves a different purpose. As you breathe in through the nose, let go. Go into trying to figure it out. Just allow the receptivity to whatever this pyramid represents to come forth in due time. Like surrendering to the ocean as you approach walking. This pyramid feels a bit like entering the ocean. Noticing how the waves are, noticing the waves of energy coming at you. Remembering to feel your feet, remembering to stay with your breath. Watching, knowing, seeing, very present, feeling the reverence for this power. How powerful this energy is. See yourself walking towards it with intention, that same reverence, that same respect. Become closer. You see an entryway. You see a timing, an ability, an impulse, a desire to go deeper within. As you step into that field of energy, notice what you feel in your physical body. Notice if there's any sensations. Just notice the sensation, not the description, not the label. Just feel that sensation. Remember to breathe into the heart, staying in the heart energy. Or if there's dolphins, if there's beings, there's beautiful wisdom and information and experiences. We want to be in our heart to invite it, to be able to hear it, to be able to see it, to be able to feel it. Breathe into that heart, remembering that smile. And let go. Feeling the toes still. You're going on this journey, but still very much feeling the physical body, your human body, while moving towards this energy. As you start to immerse yourself within this temple, within this field, notice if any visions come, any colors. Just be curious. Even if there's nothing, even if the mind's busy with things, this is perfect. This is part of the training because we're given focus to the breath, to this pyramidal energy, to the receptivity. As you move through this space, you start to notice something pulls your attention off to the side. And you look as you turn ever so slightly in your mind's eye to look and see. Something is revealed, something is shown, something that you knew long ago. Come to that breath, breathing in and out. Feeling yourself inside this pyramid, sensing, remembering what was forgotten. Just notice this may be a sensation in the body, this may be a thought, a memory, and then just come to the breath. No matter how powerful and divine the message or the being or thing is, always come back to your own self-sourced guidance, to your breath. Same with the thought. If there's thoughts like I'm not getting anything, I'm not seeing anything, just come back to the breath and allow. Or you have intended to step into this field for more to be revealed from those in alignment with the divine love that created all existence. We hold sacred space within this pyramid, inviting in the remembering and the recalling, rejuvenation, rejuvenation. And I'm hearing the word libation. You may notice there is like an energy flowing. Feels like what I was speaking of, that Arcturian energy that was coming to the planet, to Earth. In certain areas, it can actually come down further. Right now, it's just around it. And those beings that want to connect more deeply, that want more of the healing, more of the remembering, more of the rejuvenation, have that opportunity. And that's what this pyramid represents. So if you're open to this divine healing and revealing, just say yes, knowing this is coming from those beings in alignment with divine love. You can say not now, whatever feels right in this moment. Feeling some energy around the third eye, so I'm just clearing that. Allowing for more revealing. I have everyone breathe into the belly again. Just notice whatever's coming up for you in this moment. Now you can always come to the breath from the feet. I'm feeling ancestral spirits. I'm feeling one in particular. Is this a collective or personal? What I'm getting is reptilian. The reptilians get a bad rap, but we have this component to us that helps protect us and keep us safe at all costs. And that's what this healing feels like it's doing. It's working with the part of our brain where we need to hoard and dominate and take, and how that can be released now. But that's what this energy is doing. It's allowing the whole of the planet to see that you can be safe. You are safe. I'm feeling this in the back of the head. So there's a reaction to that. And so just notice that. If you feel a reaction anywhere in your body, just gently touch where that is and breathe into that space, not deep into it, just around it, lovingly acknowledging that this is part that wants to hold on to an idea or concept. But feel yourself immersed in this energy, this Arcturian energy of healing, of love, of safety. Just allowing that to be around, not crowding or dominating whatever you feel in the body in this moment, but just gently soothing it, just like the water pouring over the earth. It's just a gentle soothing, allowing it to be as it is. And any other parts, conscious or unconscious, subconscious, those that are willing will allow that same energy to flow to those spaces. You need only say yes, knowing this will happen slowly and gradually, to speed and level and frequency that can be integrated with grace and ease. But what's being offered is a subconscious healing, soothing of parts that are being revealed at this time or very soon. It's like we're doing some preemptive work with preparing and acknowledging that. So it's not as much of an upheaval. Like here in Hawaii, Pele, she releases quite often. If that weren't to happen, it'd be a much bigger release. So that's what I'm feeling with this, is we're just allowing and acknowledging and letting this frequency, this energy come deeper within, not just onto the planet's surface or atmosphere, but actually down into the physical form, down into the subconscious. I'm getting all the way to the elemental kingdom. Just clearing a little energy. Something just left. Thank you for your assistance. Thank you for your wisdom and guidance. So we now invite in more of the health, vitality, play, enjoyment, exuberance, love. Hearing like the libation or like a celebratory Hathor type energy from a place of balance and joy. Some more third eye clearing happening. And we're also working with is that the right? Actually working with the corpus callosum. So that's we have these different spheres of our brain, and we're actually working on a balancing of that right now. Is what they're showing me. Balancing the left and right brain, the imagination, the intellect, bringing them into greater harmony, balance. I'm seeing this move down into the throat, so having a bit of an activation with this. What I'm getting is like speaking in balance and harmony, clearing the masculine side, allowing the voice. This is that ancestral clearing. Okay, we're clearing like the energy of persecution against healers and seers and oracles. The fear of not being safe with that is what's being shed right now. And as I said that, just breathe and allow what came up. Then release, relax, let go. Because the mind will remember some of the stories, some of the information, and it pulls it back in. But we're ready to shed this because we're going to have fun and enjoy and heal. We need the plants. We need to share their wisdom and medicine again. Share the messages. Breathing in again, feeling that expansion. Release with ha. A little movement of the body. A little stretch. Feel yourself still in this pyramid, receiving this wonderful energy. We're thanking the Arcturians, thanking our guides, our guardians, any and all beings that are here with us in this moment, knowing they're always with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now see yourself slowly stepping back in reverence, not turning your back, but stepping back. A slight bow, not in subservience, but in reverence and respect. Feel the energy as if it bows to you as well. That you are an equal, that you are loved, that you are this energy. As you turn, like when you emerge from the ocean, walking out, still maintaining the awareness of the waves behind you, looking back, that smile, watching as you move further and further away, still feeling that energy, how it's permeated all your cells, how it's absorbed in through the skin, every pore. How you feel rejuvenated and changed. With the eyes closed still, coming back to the awareness of your physical body. See if you can feel what it is you're sitting or lying on. Just feel that sensation of being supported and being held. Coming to the breath again, in through the nose, and letting go. Down into the feet, the toes, down into the earth. And feeling again with the body, see if you can sense the walls around you, or the perimeter of whatever's in your space, just sensing with the body. And then come back to the breath. And letting go. And then stretch. Long yawn. Do any movement. It feels like enjoyable. Maybe a massage. Rub your eyes. Maybe there were some tears. I always get tears. When I first started meditating, it just gushed. I thought there was something wrong, but it was all the stuff I held so long. Now it's the joy it brings it. So as you come back more and more aware of your physical body, noticing the sounds around you, and slowly open your eyes. Just look around. See if you see any sparkles, what catches your eye. And feel that heart touching the heart, breathing into the heart. And let it go. Wow, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for going on that journey with me. I'm going to pull one of my friends' Ascension with the Angels tarot cards, see what comes through as a confirmation for that meditation. It's my friend Seth. He was an angel communicator, and he created these cards. And it's a slightly different take on the tarot. And I like it because it's very much expands it. And yeah, it has a nice frequency and energy to it. So we'll see what comes through. It feels appropriate with what I felt. That Arcturian energy and the pyramid. And normally I'm working more with Syrians and like the Orion stuff and some Palladian here and there, but the Arcturians have always been with me, but I don't know. I'm excited about Syrians and stuff. The Arcturians are just like so loving, and they are like the ones that if you get hurt or you're upset, like they're gonna take care of you, and it's not gonna feel unsafe or too much. Sometimes it's too much praise or too much love. But Let's see what comes through. Oh, beautiful. I got the Two of Cups. And so that's kind of like the Lover's card, where it's coming into unity and oneness. And this can be internally or this can be externally. And there's like a fountain in the background there. And, it's so appropriate with this water, that the water is what, puts out the fire. And the water, is the fire is what's bringing up the emotions so that we can work with it. And as we do that, it's going to help like soothe what the fire is burning away. And hasn't escaped me what's going on the planet with the fires in LA and other places. And this is what I was seeing was coming, is there's going to be a lot of shifts and changes, but it's all for us, and it sucks and it hurts. But like ultimately, if we can move into and feeling what it brings up and like work through that, it more will be revealed and it becomes better. And that's been my experience in life. There's a lot of pain I went through, and when I finally quit fighting it and I just looked and worked with it and let myself feel it, things transformed and changed. And so even with the Two of Cups, there's the two hemispheres of the brain. I was seeing that water coming in, and this unity and connection with really ourselves and balance and expression, because we need the witches, the medicine women, the shamans. That's who we are. It's who we all are. And some of us embrace and follow that more, and others like the others, roles we can play here. So, and some of us didn't have a choice, like me. Probably like you guys do. That's why you're here, as some of the forerunners of the new earth and the leadership that's going to evolve. And it's not anything you have to be up on a pedestal to do. It'll be equal and inspired and loving, and it'll be fun. It's not going to be the same burden of leadership as in the past, because people won't want a leader like that. So that's what came through. I really enjoyed that this time. I thank you all for being here. I'm going to end the recording soon, but those that are still on, we'll do a little Q&A and like any sharing that what came up for you. I'd love to hear that. I do have some events coming up. I'll be in Sedona in March and around the Phoenix area too. Probably be there for the whole month. Also, I'll be in Honolulu for the Body, Mind, and Spirit Expo that's coming up early March. That's a great event if you're on Oahu. And I'm going to do probably another online offering soon. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. You can subscribe to my website, Jason Donaldson Healer. I send out emails, not a whole lot, but self-mastery newsletter. I do some musings here, writing once in a while, and then the link for this call each month. And if you want to read it or anything, you can find all that information there. So thank you all so much. I love you. Aloha.